adult white males between the ages of, say, 18 and 25 to...
The economy sucks. You're probably never going to buy a house. Your degree is useless and left you in mountains of debt. You're nowhere near capable of providing for a wife and kids, and you can't imagine yourself settling down with any of the women in your age bracket anyway, because Disney princess programming and feminism has left them fundamentally unwifeable. You've grown up in a culture which has celebrated every other form of identity besides you, and in exact proportion to how much they're not you, to the point that now schools and companies can hire based on that metric, all the while being told you can't complain or notice any of it because of how privileged you are, and if you don't know how privileged you are, it's because of your privilege. Even though you're basically a debt slave with minimal hope of a financial and familial future because your economy and culture has abandoned you. So a lot of dudes just checked out and started like smoking weed and playing video games. Some of the other ones went to countries where they like white people and men, like Thailand, I guess. And some of them were like, you know what, this is a good challenge. None of it makes sense. It's all going to shit. But fuck it, I want a big house, and if you come on my land, I'm going to shoot you with guns. I want a bunch of kids and a wife churning butter. I'm going to make it happen, you fucks. Tell me.
One of the things that I'm finding is that the increased amount of violence and anger coming from white men comes from that feeling of being unjustly victimized, that they feel that they were entitled to certain goodies, that they were entitled to certain positions in society. They don't feel they're getting them. They, other people, are getting them, and they feel really aggrieved by this. And this feeling of aggrieved entitlement, I think, often fuels the anger and the rage that we see being expressed politically in our country today.
I'm reading this book, Why Are All the Black Kids Sitting Together in the Cafeteria by Beverly Daniel Tatum, PhD. And I just want you all to know that Lindsey Graham said this. This is after the Obama election. The growth in the electorate was driven largely by the rise in voters of color, of which only 8% identified as Republican. Now this is Lindsey Graham speaking. The demographics race were losing badly, said Senator Lindsey O. Graham, South Carolina, adding, "We're not generating enough angry white guys to stay in business for the long term." Saying the quiet part out loud. Republicans are the party of angry white men. And extremism studies show us, and terrorism studies show us, that the perception of persecution is as effective as actual oppression in getting people to commit violence and fight back. Perception of persecution. Think about all the angry white guys you know.